All right, this is 2.2, and this is called lines. Okay, we're going to start with question number 19. And it says, plot each pair of points and determine the slope of the line containing them, and then graph the line. Okay, so we have -3, comma, -1, and then we have 2, comma, -1. All right, so they want you to graph the points and then figure out the slope based off of the graph. All right, so -3, -1 is right there. 2, -1 would be there. We're going to draw and connect the line. So when you have a horizontal line like this, your slope is the zero slope. All right, let's do a sub-example on the side. So let's say that they gave you this graph here. This was your x-axis and this was the y-axis. So the vertical line that goes up and down, that's called the undefined slope. Okay. So horizontal is your zero slope. Vertical slope is undefined slope. Okay. Question number 32. Okay. The slope and a point on the line are given. Use this information to locate 3 additional points on the line. Okay. So the slope is 2. And the point that they're given is -2, 3. All right, so first thing I would do is just plot your point on there. Okay, so -2, 3 would look like that. For your slope, if you remember, this is rise over run. So this would have 1 underneath. So that means we're going to go up 2 and then go to the right 1. So you start from your dot. We're going to go up 2 and then to the right 1. And then you say, okay, what is that coordinate? So that's -1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So your next coordinate is -1, 5. Okay? And then you can repeat the process. You can either do it from your line here and you could go up 2 more. So up 2 and then over 1. So that would be 0, 7 for the next one. Or you can notice that right here, this is going up by 2 because your slope is 2, and these are going up by 1. So right here, we're plussing 2, and in between here, we're plussing 1. So 0 plus 1 would be 1. 7 plus 2 would be 9. So that would be your next coordinate without having to actually draw it on the graph. Okay, question 70 is next. Okay, 70 says find an equation for the line with the point with the given properties. Express your answer using either the general form or the slope-intercept form of equation of a line, whatever you prefer. Okay, so they said that it is perpendicular to the line y equals 8. And it contains the point 3, 4. Okay. All right, so this doesn't really have too much to go off of. I would probably look at this one graphically. Okay, there's actually a couple different ways you can think of this. So we're going to plot 3, 4 on here. Okay, so there's 3, 4. And if you look at this here, you see that there's nothing listed there. So that tells you that the slope has to be 0. Because this would be y equals 0, x plus 8. All right, so since it has to be perpendicular to that, that tells us that it has to be the opposite slope of 0 slope. Your opposite slope of 0 slope is your undefined slope. So you know that it has to go through here and has to be undefined. So undefined would be that one. If you look at your line y equals 8, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, that would look like this. So it makes sense that this line would be the one that would be perpendicular. So I look at the axes and I say, which axis is this crossing? It's crossing the x-axis, so your answer has to be an x equals. You say, what number is it going through? Well, it's going through 3. So your answer is x equals 3. Or you could look here and you're looking at the x coordinate. So those have to match. So your answer is x equals 3. All right, and then the last one is number 73. Okay, 73 says find the slope and the y-intercept of each line, graph the line by hand, and then check it using a graphing calculator. So this is 1/2 y equals x minus 1. So what we have to do is we have to solve for y. So I would get rid of the denominator. So I'm going to multiply every piece by 2. When I do that, these two 2's cancel. So I get y equals 2x minus 2. So you just pick off your slope. So your slope, remember y equals mx plus b. So this guy's your slope. And this guy is your y-intercept. So your y-intercept is -2. And then all we have to do is we have to graph this. So we put our dot at -2 on the y-axis. Remember your slope, if there's no number underneath, you just put it underneath 1. So we're going to go up 2 and over 1. And that is your answer.